Begin. All right, everybody, welcome back to another week of Come Get Some, the only podcast in this country that matters. I'm your host, Dr. Ripps, here with Professor Wolvie, as usual, the man, the myth, the legend.
None of those. I'm not a man, a myth, or a legend.
Well, you've come close to each one of them at certain points in life, though. Yes. We're here to give you some wrestling news, the happenings going on this week, what's going to happen this week on Raw and SmackDown, what happened last week, a couple news and rumors. We're going to start out with those. First of all, obviously, Matt Hardy. We'll talk about this in a few minutes, but Matt Hardy looks to be broken or woken. Finally, last week he lost to Bray Wyatt, which is like, consecutive losses now. Yeah. Snaps in the corner of the ring. We were just talking about this last week. In fact, right before Raw, and about how he's a singles wrestler now. His brother's not there. Let this happen. And it appears that they're going forward with it. Originally, I read that they had struck a deal with TNA or Impact, whatever they want to call them. Now I'm reading that they haven't. But either way, it looks like everybody's kind of softening up on it, and it's going to happen. He did this on Raw, and then at a house show over the weekend, he lost to Bray Wyatt, and continued even more of a metamorphosis of the broken character by going nuts in the ring, lots of deletes, in the back going, yes. So it looks like we're going to get the broken gimmick, which could not come at a better time for me personally, because I've been waiting for it since that happened.
I hope it's not a swerve and he just comes out with a broken arm or something. I'll be really
He's woken.
pissed.
He's got a bunch of caffeine. It's a commercial for Red Bull.
Vibrant.
Another theme composer for over 30 years, Jim Johnson, was let go this week by WWE, which is a little weird. They've been going with CFO, Money Sign, whatever they're called. I don't know, Money CFO.
Is that a group? What is it?
Yeah, I guess they're a producing group. They've done a lot of the songs recently, but Jim Johnson's made some of the most iconic themes ever. Undertaker, Stone Cold, Goldust. He's done The Rock. He's done them all. Ultimate Warrior. He's done,
He did Vince's, right?
He did No Chances. He's done lots of them. Whether you know him or not, he's done them. So happy trails to you, my friend. You've done a great job, and we'll miss you. Hopefully, they'll have some good music to come.
We should ask him to write our theme music. We need theme music.
We could use some theme music, sure.
Come get some.
Come get some. I want it to be like a South Park montage theme song. Come get some. Coming again to save the day here. Daniel Bryan is not cleared to wrestle, although there were talks about him possibly being cleared by WWE doctors after speaking to his other doctors. That has not been the case yet. One can only hope that will happen, because if he does, that opens up so many different rivalries and matches and we could do. R-Truth has not been on TV lately. When asked on Twitter why, he said that he had some successful shoulder surgery, I believe today or yesterday. So here's to a speedy recovery. The guy's like 45, 46 years old. So
he doesn't look it.
He doesn't. But hopefully he'll be able to return and have a nice little run left in him. 205 Live is going on the road, it seems. Today they announced 3 shows in January. I believe they are in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New York, Poughkeepsie, New York. We'll see. Possibly me and the Bipper, Rob Basso, might go to 205 Live on the road. We'll see.
You could have left it at that. 205 going.
Go. Cross that out. And then possibly we're hearing some rumors that NXT may be headed to the USA Network. I'm not sure if that's a full-time thing.
When I read that, I thought it meant like America.
We're getting a new state, the 53rd state.
Yeah.
No, the 51st state would be NXT. But yeah, clearly the success of NXT is being noticed. Although I'm not so sure that doing NXT on USA would be a good thing, bringing it to the mainstream like it is. It just then becomes kind of another WWE show, whereas...
but then I could finally watch it.
Right, yeah. But, I like the small crowds at Full Sail, the diehards down there. I like the atmosphere, and I like the way that the production is. And if they do it like 205 Live, if they're airing it on a Wednesday, they're probably going to tape it at like Raw or SmackDown, in which case now you're in the big arena again, and it's not the same. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this, but we'll see how that goes.
When you say small crowds, do you mean physically small people so that the wrestlers look bigger?
A bunch of little people, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
And guys that are my height.
Yeah, that makes the wrestlers look even
Exactly.
like, more gigantic. It's perfect.
Quick rundowns of Raw and SmackDown here. We'll start with Raw. Elias and the Miztourage confronted the Intercontinental Champion Roman Reigns. We were seeing some things about maybe Jason Jordan taking on Reigns in the open challenge, but it ended up being Elias, and that ended up being the main event of the show. Well, no, it didn't. It was before the end of the show, right?
Yeah,
Yes, I'm sorry. That was just when I passed out. My bad.
So it was the main event.
Yeah, I guess so. But Seth Rollins did defeat Cesaro in a pretty good match. They gave them some time, and it ended up being good. For the last time, hopefully, we've seen Samoa Joe beat Titus O'Neil. I mean, for God's sakes, they're not doing anything with the Titus brand or Apollo Crews or Titus O'Neil. So let's just throw him to Joe and let him get choked out.
I would like to see Samoa Joe crawl out of a big volcano or something.
I think he should be champion soon, Samoa Joe. I think he's one of the best things they have going right now. He's an ass kicker that just comes in, beats people. He's great in the ring, and he's good on the mic, and I think that'll go a long way.
Is he over? He's over with
I think he's over. Sorry, Finn.
Chanting Joe. Maybe they want coffee.
And he's a bad guy too, but
Yeah.
I think the crowd just respects guys who they know can go and are no nonsense. So
they're all screaming Joe. Some guy doesn't know. He's like, no,
Joe, no way, Joe. Paige, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville confronted Sasha Banks. All her little cohorts were not there, but they confronted her. What did you think of the women? What do you think of this group? I think they're called Absolution. Is that the name of it? Right?
I get them mixed up with the Riot Girls now. Like, to be honest,
the Riot Squad.
The Riot Squad, Riot Girl, yeah. Is it Riot with two T's?
Riots. Yes, now it is to differentiate.
There were 2 R's and 2 T's.
Riot.
Riot. So I get them a little confused, because didn't Paige bring all of them, or just 2 of them?
2 of them.
2 of them. Okay.
As of now, there were some rumors that she may be behind the whole thing, but I don't think they're going to coincide. They're on 2 separate shows. It would probably be a hell of an explanation. So. But obviously coincidence. 2 girls from NXT on Raw debut, along with 3 a day apart from 3 girls from NXT. So they're just trying to build up the women's roster, and rightfully so. They need it. Bray Wyatt took on Matt Hardy, as we said earlier. Took Matt Hardy to the prom. To the prom.
That should be his name. I'm going to take you to the prom. Oh no.
Yeah, I obviously. We talked about this before. Matt Hardy loses in a pretty good match, takes Sister Abigail. You see him in the corner kind of breaking down afterwards, doing the delete sign, kind of losing his mind, which will hopefully lead to bigger and better things as far as the broken character goes.
He would make if this wrestling gig doesn't work out for Matt Hardy, he'd be like a really great math teacher.
Yep.
That's his answer to everything.
Yep. I agree with you on that. We had some great 205 live action. Rich Swann defeated Akira Tozawa, Noam Dar, and Arya Davari in an international showdown, completely to become the. I don't know. He's making signs to become the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. So at some point he'll be taking on Enzo Amore. Our buddy Elias did go down and defeat to Roman Reigns in the Intercontinental Championship match, although he did have a good showing. What did you think about our buddy?
He's very strong. He's stronger than I think. Compared to like Roman, he actually is pretty strong.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. So hopefully this is the start of bigger things to come for Elias. Asuka defeated Dana Brooke. I've seen these women fight a million times between NXT and here now. What do you think of this squash?
Wasn't that she like?
I wouldn't even call it a match. Yeah,
it was a squash. But I liked how they had Dana Brooke kind of like talk, and before the match and say that I know what I did wrong. She's a slow starter or something.
Right.
So she just went and attacked her and just got beat.
Yep.
Love it. I mean, Asuka's so good. She should just come to the ring with a sandwich. And just eat it while she's beating the crap out of
Not
it.
even look at the girls.
Yeah, like
I hear you on that one.
But it's hard to eat with the mask on. So
true.
Yeah,
she'd have to. Kane beat Jason Jordan via countout. Nothing exciting going on here. Braun Strowman.
Jason Jordan.
Well, Kane beat Jason Jordan countout. Finn Balor comes out. And he gets destroyed too. It wasn't like he came out to be the hero and they ended up destroying him too. You don't want you tell me he's not over, then don't have this crap coming. I mean,
exactly.
Have him come out and beat the hell out of Kane. That's how you get him over.
Absolutely.
But nonetheless, Finn Balor defeats Kane via disqualification. We got a schmaz with Brawny Strowes. What did you think of everything that happened here at the end of Raw?
I think Kane probably got paid overtime because that's 3 people that he had to to fight. 3 people.
I mean, geez, you know, when you're running for mayor, they don't take it lightly on you, I guess.
You didn't beat me fresh, Braun. I fought 2 people.
You had to take them down.
Fresh.
So we go to SmackDown, where Shane McMahon comes out for like the 10th show in a row at the beginning of the show. Daniel Bryan comes out to talk to him about it. You know, they kind of have a little altercation. They're teasing some tension. But basically, Daniel Bryan comes out and says why he's not firing Owens and Zayn, and Shane makes major changes to the main event, which is Owens versus Randy Orton.
No DQ.
Makes it a no DQ match and bars Sami Zayn from ringside. So we'll see what happens later in the show.
Did that stop him?
Yeah. The New Day defeated Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable with the Usos at ringside. Not sure why, since Benjamin and Gable are the 2 that are supposed to be going after the titles, to have them lose in front of the champions on national TV. Not the greatest booking. However, it is what it is. New Day rolls. Benjamin and Gable, they don't.
Yeah.
Bludgeon Brothers, though, look like a pretty formidable tag team. And in the 30 seconds of this match, you can see that if they give these guys some momentum, they could be some serious tag team champs, these guys.
I like these guys.
They got the look, they got the size, and these guys can move, especially Harper, man. I like these guys.
I feel like the crowd, even though they're heels, the crowd seem to like them.
Yep.
That's right.
Well, I think they like the hardcore fans really like Harper, and some like Rowan, but Harper is the man.
I like that. He used to have that bow thing.
Yep. They got a good look, they got a good move set, and they're exciting to watch. So I'm hoping that we see some good things out of them. Who we won't be seeing anything out of in the near future would be the Hype Brothers. We've been talking about this for what seems like years. That they were going to split, and it seemed like maybe it was going to be Zack Ryder who did the heel turn, but nope, it was Mojo Rawley.
They got us.
He goes berserk and he turns on Zack Ryder. So now clearly we're going to get a heel Mojo Rawley, which should be interesting to see if he can contain his hypeness. What do you think?
He should just slow down and just be like, look,
semi-hype.
Semi-hype. The fun fact: they're not brothers. The Hype Brothers, they're not brothers.
So it's not Mojo Rawley Hype, and that's not their last name?
No.
Zach Hype?
Nah. But it was, actually, I think the crowd was chanting, if I remember correctly, "This is awesome."
Yes.
While he was beating down Zach.
So clearly it's got to make the babyface Ryder feel great.
He was only supposed to hit him once, but when he heard that this is awesome,
like, all right, I'm
he
just
kept
going to keep kicking him. Yeah, well, we'll see where they go with that. Obviously, singles matches and a maybe a push
taco.
for Mojo. It's a second taco reference.
I know. For tacos.
AJ Styles beats the Singh brothers in the 2-on-1 handicap match. Jinder loses it, and it pretty much summons up the end of the Singh brothers with Jinder Mahal. What did you think of this?
I think I just spit almost. He could have beat 10 of them. 10 of them.
Yeah,
so,
10 Singhs.
10 Singhs. They should just be the Singh brothers, like S-I-N-G and Singh, actually.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't know.
Yeah, well, they're gone.
They are brothers.
Yeah, no, they're real brothers.
Are they?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, they're probably going to go back to NXT and maybe refine their Bollywood Boys characters or something, but obviously they're not going to be with Jinder anymore from this point on. And that's a good thing because maybe Jinder will sink or swim by himself. We'll see. Riot Squad, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Morgan defeat Charlotte Flair, Naomi, and Natalya in their first match there. 3 former champions, 1 currently the champion, lose to 3 girls from NXT. What did you think about this one?
They kind of had to win, the Riot Squad, just to show that they're a force.
Well, yeah, you don't want to have them debut, beat everybody up, and then lose in their first match. Not exactly smart booking, but
good push.
We've seen worse from WWE recently, but let's see what they do. Let's see what they do with these girls. If it's just they come in and boom, they're taking over, and all of a sudden they start losing momentum. Who knows? WWE is definitely momentum killers to some, so we'll see. In the main event, Kevin Owens beats Randy Orton in a no disqualification match, and clean. Yeah, he beats him clean with if I'm not mistaken, with the frog splash.
Yeah, I think so.
So clearly we don't know what's going on with Owens, Randy Orton. At some point, I still can see Orton turning heel and going up against Shinsuke. But we don't know yet. The next pay-per-view, feels like years away. So I'm not even sure what it is at this point. Oh, it's Clash of the Champions.
That's next.
Yeah, with AJ against Jinder and some other matches. Some other ones. They really haven't announced a whole lot yet, but so that's what's going on. So clearly this week we may see some more tension with Shane and Daniel Bryan. Obviously, they're not done with the Kevin Owens story. AJ is either going to just feud with Jinder now, and that'll fizzle out, or Jinder will win the belt back. We'll see. We'll see who the Bludgeon Brothers go after this week. Maybe they'll start a nice little feud. who the Riot Squad goes after. So we'll see what happens there. So we're definitely looking forward to another good week of wrestling, huh, Professor?
Yes.
The list of rips. One interesting thing is there was, to leave you with this, Chris Jericho obviously is fighting Kenny Omega in January at Wrestle Kingdom 12. There's been some controversy about the main events because the main match is supposed to be Kazuchika Okada against Naito.
What?
Yeah, that's what I ordered yesterday. Naito and Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega are obviously saying that their match is the main event. Well, Omega is kind of, going down the high road and saying, hey, Naito beat me, it's his match, he should go on last. But Jericho's like, listen, baby, Chris Jericho, I'm in the main event, this is clearly the main event. Naito had some comments, but whatever. Looking forward to that match as well. Do you have anything for us, Professor, before we get at it?
Yeah, actually I wrote some stuff down. Just in case the broken gimmick doesn't happen or doesn't come, I wrote down some other ones that he could use. Unspoken, where he just doesn't speak. Joking, where he just tells jokes. Soaking, where he's always wet. Croaking, where he dies at the end of every match. Token, like Tolkien, like I'm talking about Lord of the Rings. You don't mean
he's like ripping some stuff behind,
like Lord of the Rings Token.
J.R.R. Token.
Yes,
okay.
Where he's like an elf, a dwarf, and then Hadouken from
Street Fighter.
Fireballs all the time.
Working.
And just Ken, where he just shows up as Ken.
Matthew.
Yes.
I'm just Matthew. I've dumped the Hardy and everything.
Look at the hair nice and the suits and that beach house.
Well,
okay.
I
don't know. Does Ken have a beach house? No. Barbie
does. He probably visits her there, though. Yeah. Well, that's all we have for you guys this week on Come Get Some. We hope you enjoyed the show, enjoy wrestling this week, and we'll hit you next week with another fabulous edition. Who knows? Maybe we'll be trying some fast food. Maybe we'll have a show on unicorns. Maybe we'll have a show on ladybugs. Either way, we'll see you from Dead Ladybug Studio here. Dr. Ripps and the Professor signing out. Come get some!